So let's show you some of the features on the 30H2 that kind of set it apart from the industry. So we'll start off here up front, the control panel, fully interactive touchscreen panel here. A lot of the features you might have otherwise done on your control software on your computer are now accessible from right in here, and a much friendlier looking control panel. Ability to move the head back and forth, advance the film, execute head cleanings. So many things that you historically would do through the control software, all right here on in a very attractive and easy to use touchscreen. I talked to you about the flushing system. I'm going to move this out of the way, let my cameraman jump in here. As you'll notice that there are these modules right here. Each of these solenoids, these are actually individual controls of where the ink flows to and from, right? In the normal state, the ink flows into the valve and out through and out to the dampers. However, when we're using the app that you put on your computer, the Coldesi app, what you're able to do is change that so it's now drawing from here. It's on the back. We have a bag which is actually a flushing solution, draws through there, then redirects that up to the dampers in through the print head, which then in effect flushes out the dampers, flushes out the print head, cleans out the capping station, and then you just leave it in that state, and now you have a print head that has no ink in it. It has a cleaning solution or flushing type of solution that's in there, so you don't have to worry about your dampers, you don't have to worry about the print head during extended periods of shutdown. It's also a good way if you are having some challenges maybe with nozzles, you do this quick flush, leave it overnight, leave it over a weekend, you can loosen up those clogs that you may have on the surface of the machine. You also have right here a control panel that's continually monitoring the temperature and the humidity. And as we've done on our 24-inch machines in the past, you have the front platen right here, the front plate right here is heated up, which starts to gel up that ink. And then obviously when you go on to the dryer itself, all of our dryers in this series have got a heated front ramp, heat table, which does a better job of causing that ink to be gelled up, which does a couple things, knocks down the glycerin that you get when you get the glue on it. Secondarily, by gelling the ink, it doesn't take too much powder. It has just the right amount of powder to get great adhesion without giving you a heavy hand. One last thing I want to talk to you about from here on the front of the machine before we go back around to the back to look at it is the area of the capping station where you'll be doing your maintenance and whatnot. But you have a really nice open area, not an oversized, huge, what they call an ink stack, which is what this is right here. And it's lighted. I know it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but it is a big deal, and it shows the forethought that our engineers went into when they made these machines, because you want to be able to see these things, and it's not always the best lighting underneath there. Just smart thinking, not a huge investment. It's not really about the money part of it. It's about the forethought and being thought leaders in the industry, and this is just another example of that's what we're doing here. All right, we're around here on the back, and there's a thing that's changed now on the way that the film is fed on these machines. These are actually motorized now. Instead of pulling straight off the reel, we have here is what we call a dancer bar. This bar right here, as film is fed forward, the bar is going to come up, and you'll be able to see the sensors. Those are two optical sensors. So what will happen is as film is fed forward by the printer, that dancer bar is going to start to come up until it hits the top dancer, at which point it activates the motor that is on the reel, which is going to advance out enough film until the dancer's at the bottom. So that's going to give us a much more consistent feed, not a lot of snapping of the film, which can cause registration issues, can cause feed issues. That's now controlled by the dancer system, which has the take-up reel automated, which really is going to help with any slight errors where you might see a misalignment of white and color layers, or even a skew of the film in extreme situations. You're not worried about setting tensions on both sides of the reels like was historically done in the past. Let's take a quick look at the Smart Cart system. Basically, it's a cartridge system, but it's not. It's a cartridge system that holds bags. You put the bags in, these will sit inside of there, lock in. You don't have to worry about shaking a bag or anything like that, like you would have to on cartridges or bulk.